upon a time I had 9 lives. I could take the front and back the same night. I could be a party girl or a guy. Whatever I wanted, that was my life. I don't wanna.
Hey guys, my name is Rakshit and welcome back to another video. So in this video, we're checking out something really cool. Not every university has something like this, nor does every university do something as cool as this. So we are working on building an aircraft simulator. And it sounds pretty darn cool if you think about it. Just look at it. We've got a section of an Embraer ERJ 145 aircraft, and that's part of my summer placement program. So as part of the summer placement, it's called the EROS. The technical term for it is called the EROS, which is Engineering Research Opportunity Scholarship, and it's a summer placement here at NTU. So there are a bunch of projects that people work on, like the different researchers working on different projects, and students get to work on those projects with them. Then they supervise them on those projects. So one of the projects that I'm working on is just converting a section of this aircraft, the Embraer ERJ 145 section, which came in a few weeks back, into an aircraft simulator. So the first week we just finished the first week, and we worked on quite some bit. The very first week, what we did was we just cleaned the aircraft, pretty much cleaning the external cabin of the external part of the aircraft. It was really dusty, especially since it came from quite far. And we pretty much stripped the interior of the aircraft. So yeah, let's go inside and have a look.
Is this really what we signed up for?
So the cabin right behind us, let's go inside and have a look what it's like inside. I honestly quite like this project. It is something new. It's not something that everybody gets to do. It's quite a rare opportunity, to be fair, on working on a cabin. It's going to be mostly a lab where you study ergonomics, those kind of stuff. So we removed the ceiling panels. We took out the light cover so that we can install some sort of new lighting system in the cabin. They previously had tube lights, and there were 2 emergency lights on the ceiling panel as well, which we had to get rid of, or rather take it out. There were light strips here, tube lights on the other side as well. And we did notice one pretty cool thing in the aircraft. If you look at this down at the flooring, they put some sort of panel here. We seriously can't figure out what goes down there. Pretty strange. It's just like an empty plastic housing. Something pretty cool to look into. Apart from that, one seat was taken out just to see how the seats are taken off. So that was pretty much the first week. It was mostly planning of how things should go around within the cabin. And while we were at it, we did notice some pretty cool things, such as the underside of the aircraft. This aircraft does not have, since it's a pretty small aircraft compared to other aircrafts, there isn't a place to store baggage or your luggage under the aircraft. Instead, what runs under the aircraft is a bunch of cables. So this is pretty much what controls, these are the flight controls, those kind of electrics. We did manage to find this cable. And this cable is pretty much what holds your life on the line, because if this cable snaps, the pilot can't really control the aircraft. This is a pretty old aircraft, so it didn't have the fly-by-wire system. So they use these steel cables to control the elevators, the rudders, and all those parts. And that is maybe the AC duct or some sort of air channel. A bunch of pretty cool stuff under the aircraft. Not something you see every day. So after a good wash, the plane does look pretty spick and span. This is probably where the central fuel tank or something was, and then the aircraft wing would like come out of this place, extend out. So this is what the ceiling panel looks like, and that's the emergency light. The specs for the emergency lights are here, and can't really figure out how to get it to work, but I hope we can. Just so that when we work, we've got some air going in, we put in a fan, and that's a studio light, just to light up the cabin so that we could work safely. And believe it or not, all of the seats in fact, have this really cool system, and we were looking into it. They actually have fabric at the bottom, and believe it or not, this fabric actually helps save a lot of weight on an aircraft. Let's walk to the other side of the aircraft so I can show you why. So, most of the parts that we're actually working on, we've taken out the parts, labeled them pretty neatly, and kept them all in a box so that we don't lose anything. And this is how many tube lights we've actually recovered from the aircraft. Yep, these are how the normal aircraft seats look like. And they use steel plates at the bottom. And that actually adds weight to the seat. So instead, if you look at one of the aircraft seats that we've taken out, it has fabric. You can have a thinner cushion, and when someone sits on it, the comfort level is going to be quite similar to sitting on a seat with metal bottom and a very thick cushion. So having this thinner cushion can save quite a bit of weight on an aircraft. We're learning so much about how these aircrafts actually work by just opening it up and seeing, just loosening a bunch of screws inside, taking out panels and seeing how things work. So it's a pretty good way of understanding aircrafts. And along with this aircraft, we also got in a section of a wing just to study what wing design is like, pretty much for students to look into it. So pretty much done for today, and we're kind of just winding up everything at the minute so that we can start installing stuff from next week onwards. So I'll be making a series of the development of this aircraft lab. So let's see how things goes. Thanks for watching this video. Take care. Please leave a like, subscribe and comment below. Thanks for watching. See you later.